I'm trying to think of another city with an attachment to an athlete like that. Tom Brady in New England or Derek Jeter in New York. Maybe not, there's something different about the kind of reaction that Kobe fans and Lakers fans, as I told Mike Greenberg earlier, Ramona, there's in the Venn diagram of Kobe fans and Lakers fans, there's a huge overlap, a huge shaded area. But Kobe had his own fans, even who were Laker fans before Kobe came on the scene, and then were Kobe fans before anything else. He engendered a passion in the fan in LA, maybe unlike anything I've ever seen.
Me too, Max. I mean, honestly, that's what I feel like we're all trying to capture here. Like, I've never covered anything like this. I've covered high-profile deaths and things like this, but this feels like a legend died, and it leaves this hole in the city that, like, I was driving around last night and it was just eerie. I mean, you can see City Hall was lit up purple and gold. You see the fans out here. There's people waiting all night just to be able to come out here and see it, feel it, connect with it, whatever it is. But like we've been all talking about this Mamba mentality all day. You know what I think that was? I think it was somebody who bent the universe to his will. Like, he just said, I'm going to call up the head of Apple, and he's going to teach me about business. And I'm going to call up Darren Aronofsky, the director, and he's going to teach me about movie making. And I'm going to call up J.K. Rowling, and she's going to teach me how to write stories. And this guy believed that he could call J.K. Rowling and then write like J.K. Rowling. That's audacious, okay? That is crazy. And yet, he kind of pulled it off. And I think it's that audaciousness, that force of nature, that willpower, that whatever you want to do, you can just bend the universe to your will and make it happen, that people really connected with. And like, when you talk to fans about him, people don't call him their favorite basketball player, they call him their hero. It's touching around the world when, you could talk to somebody in India right now, somebody in Japan, somebody in China, in Africa, anywhere around the world, and you just say Kobe Bryant, you say Mamba mentality, and it means something different to everybody. And I know that that's what he was concerned with in his last few years. He wanted to just talk about it as much as he could. He wanted to pass it on. He wanted to give it to others. And he would always say, like, I'm just a phone call away. I'm just a text away. Yep. And he meant it too. Like, I mean, everybody you've had on the show today, right?
Ramona, let me ask you this question because, obviously our heart goes out to the loved ones of all those that were lost in the helicopter crash yesterday, and we all know that. And of course, our hearts definitely go out to Vanessa's, and she's now, without her husband, without her 13-year-old daughter. I'd be remiss in neglecting to ask you about the Los Angeles Lakers because you're very, very close to the organization. Jeannie Buss loved Kobe Bryant. He was everything to her. Rob Pelinka, ups and downs, whatever you want to say about Rob Pelinka, Kobe Bryant loved this man and trusted this man. And so you've got two of the people running the Lakers organization right now. And, of course, we've seen LeBron, and we know the relationship that he grew to have with Kobe and what have you. We get that from the players. But as an organization, have you spoken to the Lakers at all? Or could you put in perspective what Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka is going through right now? Because there's very few people on the planet that were closer to Kobe than his longtime agent and friend, Rob Pelinka.
Yeah, Stephen, what I understand is the Laker front office and ownership, they all were down in Orange County yesterday. They got the call a little bit after 11, so, the crash happened a little before 10. And they heard about it from Kobe's longtime brand manager, and they got the call. So they didn't hear about it in media reports. They got it maybe 25 minutes or so before the world found out. And my understanding is they hopped in a car and drove down to Orange County and spent a lot of the day with Vanessa. And if you notice, there hasn't been a statement issued by the Lakers yet. They're letting Vanessa take the lead on this. They're letting the family take the lead on this because Kobe was family to them. Rob Pelinka was the godfather to Gianna, his daughter who perished in the crash. I don't have the heart to call him yet. I don't know how to talk to them right now. I've been in touch with a couple people close to them. and they're all down there processing. They're all talking about Tuesday's game against the LA Clippers. There's some discussion about whether they should play that game, whether anybody's heart would be into it, whether that would be honoring Kobe Bryant or it would be just too much for everybody. The last time the NBA canceled the game was when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. I don't know what's going to happen, guys, but I know that's where their heart is right now.
Ramona, and we saw Doc Rivers crying.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't know is that Kawhi Leonard was pretty close to Kobe as well.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard obviously talked to Kobe a lot, trained with Kobe,
Southern California
etc.
guys.
Any word to his reaction? I apologize if he has reacted and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I know he dropped over 30 in yesterday's game, but we haven't heard anything from him, and obviously he's quiet, doesn't really talk much at all, but he loved Kobe himself. Any word to what kind of reaction from him has come out of him?
Yeah, I haven't heard from Kawhi either, but, this summer, guys, like when Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers and when Paul George was traded to the Clippers at his request, Kobe Bryant had a camp out at the Mamba Academy, and he invited a bunch of NBA players to be there, but it was a select group. It wasn't just anybody. And you know who showed up at that camp? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, because they grew up as Kobe fans, and everybody assumed that they were Laker fans because they were Kobe fans, but no, Kobe was their idol, and they were there at his camp. They were connected to him. I know they talked all the time, and you can talk about the players in the league right now. The guy that reminds me the most, and just the way he plays of Kobe is Kawhi Leonard. I mean, that's his game. You watch it and you feel like you're watching a carbon copy sometimes, and it's like I don't know how those players are going to take the court tomorrow. This is LA versus LA. It's supposed to be the two best teams in the West, but it doesn't feel like that right now. It just feels like a city that's just had its heart ripped out.
Yeah, no question. It feels like it should be canceled, but that's beyond my pay grade. To answer the Kawhi,
I don't think Kobe would want that game canceled. I think Kobe would want that game played.
Yeah. And to answer the Kawhi question, I did see a snippet of him talking on court.
I'm not saying that. I didn't see it.
No. He was very short and just said he was at a loss for words. Ramona, thank you so much.
Kobe would want the Lakers to win any game that was played.
Yeah.
No question. Ramona, you used the word hero. It's so fitting. That's what he was. He was a hero to everyone.